Right, well, it's a lovely day, bank holiday weekend, sun is shining, recovering from a beer festival yesterday, so I thought it was a good opportunity to do a few bits and bobs on the Grand Challenge bike, mostly because, as a few people will know, I guess a lot of people are probably coming along, Adventure Bike Rider Festival is towards the end of this month, and I'll be taking this over the Africa Twin, so I thought, well, I need to make it a bit more adventurous and bolt some more pointless stuff onto it. So you'll notice there has been a quite significant aesthetic change. I've had the old paint cans out and the masking tape, and I've created, I'd like to say, an inspired design, quite frankly, of gold and black. I've also added my Grand Challenge number to the side, just, you know, for extra horsepower, and I've made a few aesthetic changes as well as a few practical changes that are going to make it a little bit better for adventuring. If we start at the back, we've got this new luggage rack on here, just cheap off of some Italian company. We've got a AliExpress finest little bike bag which expands, so you can fit either a full-size helmet in, or, as far as I'm concerned, everything you're going to need for Adventure Bike Rider Festival, which is basically cans of cocktails, some ice, and 2 pairs of emergency pants. Should anything go awry, we've got our first aid kit stuck on the top there. Then if we move down to some of the other bits I've tidied up, unfortunately the Grand Challenge sticker is pretty hidden underneath there, but I'm sure I'll get a new sticker at some point and stick it somewhere better. But if we move along, we have upgraded the suspension by firstly painting over the bits that had completely rotted away. So it now says, I think it says something like Nice Tech on it, so that's pretty cool. But I thought, what's cooler than Nice Tech? Öhlins. So I've stuck some Öhlins stickers on them, because obviously that will make them work much better. Now moving along this way, I was getting a bit fed up of the fiberglass heat wrap stuff that I put onto the exhaust to give me a bit more space on the foot peg, continually fraying away by just, you know, having a boot rubbed on it, and also it looked a bit crap. So I found a really cheap, now and we're talking under £2, AliExpress, alloy exhaust heat shield, which I have then stuck on there too. And then to continue the theme of sort of reddish, anodized reddish, I've replaced the rear brake lever with an equally chintzy one, but from the same online shop as the one that I did the brake lever for, sorry, the gear lever for, and that seems to be fine. Because with the original one, when I did have a little topple onto the right hand side, it fully bent outwards in this direction. It did bend back, but I thought it might be useful to get one that does this, so hopefully it will just kind of do that and slide along. I know what's going to actually happen is it's going to do this and then it's going to snap, but at least I've got the pattern for it, so I can make one that's better. And that obviously ties in with the theme of the red clutch cable. You can see the pure quality of some of this paintwork up close. The Öhlins theme, of course, continuing on to the front. And then to hide the bit where the paint was all stripped off the tank, we've got a TET sticker, which sort of fills in the gap. It's a really good quality sticker. If anyone wants TET stickers, buy them off the official site. They are quite something, but I've got a better one to stick on the Africa Twin as well. Moving around the front, not a lot has changed, just had a bit of a clean, looking pretty mean. Fully stickered up with all of the bits of bobs and mostly fake stuff we've got on it. And then on this side, you can see we've got the matching gear shift lever, which is, to be fair, I have fallen off it on the left hand side too, and that hasn't snapped, although it is significantly shorter. We've got the water feature down here, which is the bash plate, which at some point I'm going to drill a drain hole into, but it's really thick steel, so I can't be bothered. And again, we've got our reflector and Öhlins sticker on this side, and everything's been sort of vaguely cleaned. I mean, it looks to me like an adventure bike, so I'd say that's pretty much good to go. Looking forward to seeing people at ABR Fest, and we will see how many of these bits that are currently on the bike fall off the bike during the next off-road session. Oh, nearly forgot. I have also painted the downpipe of the exhaust because every time I went out it was getting really rusty, and although it cleaned off okay, I'm not sure how much thickness of mild steel was left, so I thought probably about time to protect that. So I just used some extremely high temperature paint and didn't mask anything, so yeah, it all blends in nicely. I've also got a little surprise, but that's going to have to wait until night time to show you, but I can give you a clue that it has got something to do with this very cheap plastic key fob that has a couple of buttons on it. Okay, so it's night time and I'm not sure how well this is going to work. By holding my hand this cheap key fob and I press this button, the illuminations begin. It's got a few different settings. Various different colours. And of course disco mode. So that is the latest addition. To be fair, I guess it's quite handy for checking your engine if it breaks down at night time. Right, catch you in the next one.